So basically, when you say love also includes beauty and the attraction.
Yeah, it does.
So when you like a person for who they are on the outside, it's important to find out who they are on the inside.
Definitely.
Before you actually get into a relationship.
You're right, Natasha. But, somewhere I want to differentiate between liking and, really loving them. Both are the same, I'll tell you. But this, this love is a deeper emotion and a deeper feeling of this liking. So because no one immediately loves, everyone first likes. We have a lot of friends, and in that 10 friends we like a person. We like because our interests sync. We like because we feel comfortable with them. So I want to tell you something. You should really feel comfortable with a person whom you really love. If you're feeling that you're making up something that is really not in you in order to keep the relationship going, that relationship is going to very soon fall into a disaster.
Okay.
You must be yourself, and still the person must be comfortable with you. And you must be at your worst, and still you must feel you must find the person comfortable with you. Yeah. Sadly, they begin relationships on the basis of liking, and when it falls back, when all that you liked a person for is falling off, everything else is temporary, I'm telling you. So just because you like a person and she's looking good, we can't enter into a relationship with that person. And once you have a relationship with a person very positively, and you begin to, when interests sync, when everything comes together and all these things, slowly that liking settles into love, because you're going to find this guy or this girl is very comfortable whenever I'm with him. And I would rather say that when every person should honestly ask themselves whether this is just liking, or is it really love. This is where I think they should depend on two people. One, they should depend on a person who is very close to them and who is a bit maybe senior to them, maybe a person who can really guide them to help them find out whether it's just an emotion or is it really a relationship, or can they really go ahead with this. It'll be wise if they could approach this person and ask that even before they could get into a relationship. Most of the people who come to me have people who have gotten into it, they got into a mess, and then they come to me, they come for repairing work.
Exactly.
Yeah, repairing is so difficult. It is possible, I'll tell you, it's possible, but it's so difficult. Natasha, I would say that when you begin to like a person, when a girl begins to like a person, or a boy begins to like a girl, the next immediate thing that they are going to think of is looking for an opportunity to go and propose. That is where I would say, stop. Wait a minute, man. Give it time. The girl is not going to run away, the boy is not going to run away. And if she runs, it's okay. That's not going to be a girl for you. That is exactly where you need a person who can really guide you to find out, should I go ahead? I don't know anything about this guy. The only thing I know is he's smart, tall, dark, handsome, and he's got some talents. He's an on-stage guy. Girls and boys should please understand one thing, that people who are on stage are not like that off stage. Not necessarily, need not be. Need not be. So we all have in us something called this hero worship. We have it. Even I have some of the pastors that are preaching. My pastor is my hero, Ria. I'll tell you, because he changed my life, and it's nothing wrong in that. But what I would say is, prevention is better than cure.
Definitely.
Yeah, come to us, or come to God, come to Jesus Christ, who really, don't think God doesn't want you to have a girl. That's what we are teaching the children. I'll tell you, wrong teaching has been the problem, has been the reason for youngsters to go haywire in this particular aspect. So people shouldn't get this idea like God is not for me to get a good-looking girl. God is not for me to get a girl or a boy. No, God is. God is. It is God's idea. Adam, it's not good for him to be alone, so he created Eve, and it's God's idea. And definitely God wants all of us to find our mates, but he wants us to do it in the best possible way. so that the end will be happiness, joy, support, and whatever God has planned in their lives can come together if these two people come together. I'll tell you one good clue I'll give you. When you look for a person, if you're a person who knows what God has called you to do, and if you meet a person, you should have this inner confidence in you that if I marry this guy, together we can definitely fulfill God's plan in our lives. Together we can achieve, together we can do great things, together we can. As soon as you get that, and you get this inner assurance from God, I tell you, don't stop for anything. Community, all these things, status, all these things should not come inside. If he is decent enough to support you with the kind of money he's got a decent, good job, and his character is good, and a spiritual relationship with God, you feel that together you can fulfill God's plan in your lives. I'll tell you, that's a guy for you, and that's a girl for you, and God wants you to find that person. He's excited. It's excited when the right person finds the right girl, I'll tell you. It's Valentine's Day in heaven.
Yeah.
So God is not against Valentine's Day. God wants Valentine's Day to be beautiful, to be nice, and to ensure each other's happiness. And when people really love each other, God is really cherishing that.
Okay, Samson. Okay, what about youngsters that depend on their parents to look out, for a bride or a groom for them?
Yeah, good question. So when parents are deciding for their children, there are two things involved. One, how much the parent knows the inner desire of the child. That cannot just come during marriage time, There should be a, long-term relationship of freedom and mixing, that sharing relationship between the child and the parents. First time when the child finds a girl attractive, does he have the freedom and the boldness to go tell his dad, Dad, this girl looks a little attractive to me? And what reaction is he going to have from the dad? That decides, I'll tell you, everything. I have known parents who have come and told me, Samson, my daughter likes this guy in this class, and she comes and tells him, Mom, I want to marry this guy.
Wow.
And the kind of mom that is, it says, yeah, you can, Ma, not now. She didn't say you should not, this is bad, get the thing out of you. The more you say no and no and no, the more child is going to be disturbed. Fine, yeah, not now. When the right time comes, mom will tell you. So that trust that mom wins from the child is this: I will take care of you, daughter. I'll give you the best. That trust is those people. These people need not get into relationships at all. They'll trust the parents to do the choice. Those kind of parents, I'll tell you, will make the right choice because they can read the girl. Sometimes you read the girl wrongly, that's a problem. This is where I think we'll have to make a very deep investigation about the girl or the boy that is going to get married. A lot of things. I have, a lot of girls and a lot of boys have a good reputation in their homes. Guninja talaya nimaradinga ponnu. But college la top one luti avada. Okay? So girls, and boys, they have one in our culture. Our culture has forced us to be hypocrites. Appa amma munade, I want to be like this. Oh, I want to be like. They get a good name. And so these guys who come, these what do you call them? These people who make marriages. They come and tell them, Tangamana ponnu. Oh, golden girl. Yeah. And parents, they don't have God. Parents who don't have God. Parents who don't have nice spiritual people to guide them. Believe these kind of things. Tangamana ponnu, and they go. So this is what exactly I am proposing for youngsters who get into relationship, that they should involve God, is the same I would tell for parents also. When your child has trusted your, the biggest choice of his life into your hands, you have the responsibility of bringing him the best. And in that case, you should first understand that you can't do it by yourself. You got to get to your maker.
Exactly.
When you get to your maker, the maker is going to put all your self out. Status, money, this, that. All that he is going to knock off. And he's going to help you see your son's heart.